What is up, guys? It is KH Central here, and I am bringing you with some a new series of videos. Sorry. In this series, it's going to be called not Road to Kingdom Hearts 3. That's already taken. Journey to Kingdom Hearts 3. There you go. And it's going to be a new series that I'm doing. It's probably going to replace the Kingdom Hearts 3 discussion videos. I'm still going to do the regular discussion videos, but probably the Kingdom Hearts 3 ones will probably be put on the Journey to Kingdom Hearts 3 videos. So, yeah. It's a new series that I'm doing. It'll probably be random if I don't decide to replace it all. And I'll be going over some stuff about the journey to Kingdom Hearts 3. And it's gonna come up. I will be doing this up to the release of Kingdom Hearts 3, so don't worry. I'll be doing this for a while. So, in the first episode, just to kick this all off, I have decided to summarize the entire story of Kingdom Hearts from Kingdom Hearts before Kingdom Hearts Breath by Sleep to Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. That's basically the entire story that has existed at this point. I decided to do this because, there's not many videos up there, but the videos that do it seem to be quite popular. And I was like, hey, let me just join the bandwagon. Let me add, I think there's only 6 or 7, why don't we add 8 to that list? So yeah, this will probably be the biggest video I make on this channel, and probably be the most viewed video on this channel if it gets out to more people. But yeah, this is basically the entire summary of the Kingdom Hearts story from before Breath by Sleep to Dream Drop Distance, so it's everything you'll need to know for Kingdom Hearts 3. So yeah, without further ado, sit back, relax, because we're going to be here a while, and let's summarize the entire story of Kingdom Hearts from Breath by Sleep to Dream Drop Distance. And let's start at the beginning. In ancient times, when the world was whole and full of light, people believed that light was a gift by an unseen land by the name of Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts was safeguarded by its counterpart, the X-Blade. Warriors from all vied for that precious light, creating weapons called Keyblades and fought for control of this light, thus beginning the Keyblade War. The violent war went on and eventually shattered the X-Blade into 20 pieces, 7 of light and 13 of darkness. And the real Kingdom Hearts was swallowed by darkness, never to be seen again. The remnants of the battlefield of the fallen warriors of which the war took place took the name of the Keyblade Graveyard, with thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of Keyblades of fallen warriors. The one who remained vowed and stayed to protect the world from further destruction from the darkness, becoming the guardian under the World Order Council. Light within the children's hearts kept the darkness back. However, it separated the worlds from one another. The story of the Keyblade was passed on as just a story of legend, and people titled it as a weapon of great chaos and destruction, and others called it a weapon to save the world. Xehanort was a young boy who lived on a beach, who had dreams of leaving one day, in hope of finding something much greater. Eventually, he found a way to leave his homeland and trained to become a Keyblade Master. During that time, he befriended a man named Ericquiz, and they saw each other as brothers. Xehanort traveled to many worlds, learning detailed knowledge on many things, such as the Keyblade War, the Heartless, and the world of Kingdom Hearts. During his travels to other worlds, he realized there is too much light in the world, and that not enough darkness, so he sought out a way to increase the darkness, creating a balance in the world of light and darkness. So after years of researching the war, he became completely obsessed with finding out all of its secrets, and how the world would be made through all of this. He thought that recreating yet another war would recreate the entire universe, making it a better one. So then he set his official goal to reforge the X-Blade, capable of unlocking Kingdom Hearts, and causing another Keyblade War. He discussed this with his friend, Master Ericquiz, who immediately opposed the plan, saying it was too dangerous. The two fought, causing a scar to be put on Ericquiz's face. Years went by, causing Xehanort to grow into an old man, which this made him realize he had to transfer all of his knowledge to a younger vessel in order for him to survive longer, and to fulfill his plans to unlock the Holy Kingdom Hearts. He searched for an apprentice, and found a boy named Ventus, who he trained to become a Keyblade wielder, with the plan of putting him against one of Ericus' students of light, to forge the Great X-Blade and use him as his vessel. Ventus then proved to be a poor candidate, since he refused to use the darkness in his heart to fight several Heartless that Master Xehanort summoned to have Ventus fight. Since Ventus refused to use the Keyblade to fight, Xehanort extracted the darkness from Ventus' heart, forming a silent, faceless being of pure, utter darkness, which he decided to give the name Vanitas. So with Vanitas and Ventus, he sought to forge the X-Blade. Now, Ventus' heart was fading away, crippled, since the darkness was extracted from it. So he decided to let him die in peace, in his old homeland of Destiny Islands. However, Ventus' heart survived due to a young boy far away by the name of Sora, saw that someone was hurting and offered to connect his heart with his. Resulting from Vanitas surviving, Xehanort decided to keep him, and he will still be of use later. Although Ventus was way too weak, and if they trained together, Vanitas would consume Ventus, and they needed to be equal to forge the X-Blade. So, in case, Xehanort left Ventus in Ericus' care for him to be trained, which at this point, he sets his sights on a young man named by the name of Terra, who is training under Master Ericus' care. During the Marker Mastery exam, Master Xehanort secretly sabotages it, causing Terra to fail, and he later tells him that in order to become such a powerful Keyblade Master, he would have to embrace the darkness in his heart and channel it, rather than fight it away. So, now, looking for 7 pure hearts, Master Xehanort and Vanitas travel to find the 7 princesses of heart. During their travels, Xehanort manipulates Ericus' students to search and fight creatures called the Unversed, which were just a minor side effect of that happened of Vanitas existing, and there are negative emotions brought on by Vanitas himself. He eventually met a fairy by the name of Maleficent, who was brainwashed into helping him search and find all 7 princesses of heart as a backup plan, in case his plan would fail. He finds Terra in the Keyblade graveyard, which he tells him that he's trying to protect the light from the demon he accidentally released, which he was told that was Vanitas, and how Ventus was incredibly injured from when Ventus was overtaken from the darkness in his heart. So he extracted it, causing Vanitas much harm. It was an unaltered version and not the truth, but being ashamed of it, he told Terra he left Ventus in Ericus' care, trying to keep Vanitas contained. He escaped and started infecting all the worlds with his negative emotions, or Unversed. So Xehanort asked Terra to stop Vanitas from spreading the Unversed around the worlds, which Terra agrees and leaves to Radiant Garden, where he knew Vanitas would strike next. Before Terra's arrival, Xehanort travels to Radiant Garden and strikes a bargain with a man named Braig, who wants to Keyblade all to himself. Xehanort fakes his capture and makes his Braigs fight Terra, leaving him heavily injured from the blast of darkness to his right eye. He then tells Terra that he shows the true mark of mastery, being able to channel his darkness instead of fighting it. He tells him the belief of having a balance of both light and darkness, and asks Terra to become his apprentice, so they can rule the worlds and protect them from wielding light and darkness equally. And giving them the title of Master Terra. He eventually gained the young boy's trust. During Terra's travels, he finds a small island with 2 boys by the names of Fora and Riku, playing on the beach. He senses great potential in the boy Riku, so he gives the boy the ritual of succession and leaves shortly after. During Aqua's visit to Radiant Garden, she saves a small girl named Kairi from Unversed and casts a spell onto her, that, in case her heart falls into darkness, it would go into the nearest light and be safeguarded. Upon leaving, Kairi touches Aqua's Keyblade and accidentally performs the ritual of succession upon himself. Master Xehanort and Ventus captured the king of Disney Castle, King Mickey, and use him as a bait to lure Ventus to the Keyblade graveyard, where he reveals the truth to his past, learning about the land of Kingdom Hearts, and saying that also Master Ericus knows about it as well. Xehanort quickly tells that Ventus went to go see Ericus, forcing the truth out of him about his past, and that Ericus went mad and is about to destroy Ventus. So Terra leaves to the land of departure and is tricked into fighting Ericus, destroying him in battle. He then tells Terra he must meet Aqua and Ventus in the Keyblade graveyard for the last time before falling into darkness. Xehanort then covered the land of the Departure in complete darkness, completely destroying it, only leaving the castle in ruins. At the Keyblade Graveyard, Aqua, Ventus, and Terra learn the truth, and confront Master Xehanort and Vanitas there, where he tells them the plan to forge the X-Blade and unlock the land of Kingdom Hearts. During the battle, Xehanort freezes Ventus, and when Terra finally reaches Xehanort, he asks what really happened to Ventus' heart. Xehanort reveals that he shattered Ventus' heart and that created a being known as Vanitas. Terra becomes incredibly angry at this and fights both of them. Although midway during their fight, Xehanort commands Ventus to fuse with Vanitas and kill Aqua for good. As Terra tries to stop Vanitas, he is confronted by Master Xehanort, who tells him to embrace the darkness and use his rage to make himself more powerful. Terra loses control of his anger and succumbs to darkness in his heart. Although Terra uses the darkness to defeat Master Xehanort, Xehanort uses the Keyblade to release his heart and transfer it into Terra, turning him into Terra Xehanort. Well, his original body fades out of existence. Meanwhile, Vanitas fuses with Ventus and starts to forge the X-Blade. Ventus fights with Ventus from within his heart and defeats Ventus, destroying him and causing him to lose his heart in the process. Terra is left in his armor and fights Terra Xehanort and defeats him, although he escapes. The blast from the incomplete X-Blade throws Aqua out of the Keyblade Graveyard with Ventus, leaving the Terra all alone. Aqua then returns to the land of Departure to speak with Airquiz, to only find out the world is completely destroyed. She takes his Keyblade and goes to the keyhole, turning the world into a giant unknown castle known as Castle Oblivion, where she places Vanitas in the Chamber of Sleep, and only she knows its location. She then goes to Radiant Garden, only to find out that Terra Xehanort is there, waiting for her. She confronts him, and after the battle, Terra Xehanort releases the remaining part of Terra out of him using the Keyblade. He then falls into the realm of darkness, causing Aqua to abandon her armor and to jump in to save him. She sacrifices herself and falls into the realm of darkness while saving Terra's body. Ansem the Wise and his apprentice at the castle find Terra in the plaza, where he's unconscious. He wakes up and says that his name is Xehanort, where Break smiles. Ansem takes him back to the castle and eventually is under care and services him. Xehanort then continues his research in unlocking Kingdom Hearts and the door to darkness from the heart of all worlds. Xehanort asks Ansem if he could continue his research on the human heart, which Ansem immediately deposes the idea. Xehanort then doesn't follow Ansem's orders and continues his experiments, eventually causing him to regain his memories as a Keyblade wielder and releases Bray, Dylan's, Evans, and Elias's and Eno's hearts, as well as his own. From the result of this, the Seeker of Darkness and Xemnas were created, as well as Zegbert, Zeldin, Vexen, Lexius, and Zexen. Xemnas confronted Ansem the Wise and banished him to the realm of nothing, or in between. He then begins his plan to collect hearts to complete the Moon of Kingdom Hearts, while trying to collect vessels for his 13 darknesses. He creates a group of nobodies known as Organization 13, which will be his vessels of himself. Maleficent finds the ruined world of Radiant Garden and takes it over with the Heartless, calling it the new world Hollow Bastion, and uses it for the headquarters of Xehanort's plan. Meanwhile, his Heartless, the Seeker of Darkness, sought out to control the Heartless and take over the many worlds, by destroying the barriers keeping them together. King Mickey noticed this, and after a meteor shower at Disney Castle, he found a piece of a barrier he knows as a gummy block. He then crafted a ship out of these and left the castle, seeking for the cause of the barriers being torn apart. He left a letter to the court wizard Donald Duck and the Knight Commander Goofy to seek out the key. Back on the peaceful world of Destiny Islands, a boy named Sora and his two friends Riku and Kairi are living peacefully and have a plan to leave the island using a raft in search for other worlds. On the night they plan to leave, a huge storm blows through and the barrier to the world is destroyed, allowing the Heartless to invade. Sora checks the secret place and checks for Kairi, whose heart's become consumed by darkness, and because of Aqua's spell, it travels into Sora, keeping it safe from the Heartless. Sora then meets a version of Xehanort that travels through time to meet with him and tells him that he has no idea what will happen and that bad things will eventually happen. Sora then confronts Riku, who says that he is not afraid of the darkness and that both of them will search for Kairi together using the darkness. Sora refuses and Riku is consumed by darkness and Heartless invade the islands. Sora then is given the Keyblade, the weapon that the Heartless fear, and he is told that he's the one that can open the door to light, which is Kingdom Hearts. A giant purebred Heartless known as Darkseid confronts Sora and is defeated, resulting in Sora to be kicked out of the world and Destiny Islands to be consumed by darkness. Sora ends up in Traverse Town, which is a world where people go when their world is consumed and lost to darkness. He meets a man named Leon who tells him that the weapon he wields is called the Keyblade, and it's the only way to defeat the Heartless. During Sora's exploration of Traverse Town, he is encountered by Donald and Goofy by being fallen upon. Donald and Goofy notice that he is the boy with the key the king talked about, and vow to protect and serve beside him. Sora, Donald, and Goofy team up and travel throughout the worlds in the realm of light, searching for his friends Riku and Kairi. Maleficent, on the other hand, has been going throughout the worlds and hiring villains of them, searching and collecting the 7 Princesses of Heart. During Sora's travels, he finds Riku, who is under control of Maleficent at the time, and asks where Kairi is. Altering the truth, Riku tells him that he has no idea where Kairi is, and even though he knows that she has lost her heart. During Sora's travels, he learns about the 7 Princesses of Heart and learns about Ansem. He makes it to Hollow Bastion, where Riku confronts him and tells him that he is the true owner of the Keyblade, and says that Sora was just merely a delivery boy. He steals the Keyblade away from Sora. He leaves him with the sword he used back in the islands. When Sora makes it up to the castle, he confronts Riku there, where he says he doesn't need a weapon to fight Riku with, and that his heart is his weapon. He claims that during his travels, the connections he's made with others and the friendships he's made throughout his journey, it made his heart stronger than Riku's, causing the Keyblade to realize that Sora is truly the rightful owner of the Keyblade and goes back to him. Maleficent tells him that they needed the 7 Princesses of Heart to open the final Keyblade hole to darkness. Sora then defeats her in battle, even after the possessed Riku opens his heart to complete the darkness transformation into her final form. Sora is then confronted by a hooded man, telling him that he needs to test his strength. The hooded man is none other than Xemnas, Organization 13 Number 1. After fighting, he walks through Sora, gathering memories and information he will use for a puppet he needs later. Ansem, possessing Riku's heart, using him as a vessel for his 13 darkness, and confronts Sora, telling him that Kairi was a princess and her heart resides within him. And he tells Sora that he must perish in order to release her heart. And Sora vowed to protect and defeat him in battle. He locks Hollow Bastion's keyhole and uses the possessed Riku's Keyblade to release his own heart, and Kairi and thus becoming a Heartless. Kairi is finally awakened, who knows that Sora has become a Heartless and holds on, causing the light within her to make him a complete person again. They escape to Traverse Town while Hollow Bastion is engulfed in darkness. Sora then travels to the end of the world, which was created out of pure darkness from the Heartless. He there confronts Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness, who tells him about the door to Kingdom Hearts. Sora then defeats him in battle, destroying him by using light coming out of the door of Kingdom Hearts. Sora, Donald, and Goofy, with the help of Riku, close the door in King Mickey, who is inside with Riku, uses the Keyblade as well as Sora to lock the door for good. As a result of this, all the barriers of the worlds are restored, causing Kairi to be sent back to the world of Destiny Islands, where Sora said he will see her again. Sora, Donald, and Goofy then walk along a path where they see Pluto with a letter from King Mickey. They chase him up and end up camping for the night. During the night, Sora is awakened by a hooded man in black. He lures him to the great mysterious Castle Oblivion. Back at Organization 13's headquarters back in the world that never was, Xemnas commands Saïx to collect hearts from various worlds. They eventually come across a nobody by the name of Roxas, who had the ability to wield the Keyblade. Xemnas took great interest in him and added him to the ranks as a candidate for a future vessel. Now Roxas gained the ability to wield the Keyblade because when Sora released his heart back in Hollow Bastion, he released the part of Ventus that he connected to 10 years beforehand, giving him Roxas the appearance of the past wielder. Sora also released Naminé from Kairi's heart, giving her blonde hair from the part of Ventus. A few days later, Xemnas used memories that he gathered from Sora's fight He gave him the Vexen to create a puppet by the name of Xion. The part of Sora that allows him to wield a Keyblade also caused Xion to wield one as well. Xemnas traveled to Radiant Garden, which was now restored from darkness, and traveled to the depths of it. He entered the Chamber of Repose, where he would sit in the chair in the middle and remember events and things from the past. Part of terror is still within him, so Zexpert told other members that he heard him talking to a set of armor in the back of the room. That armor is Aqua's armor. She was still lost in the realm of darkness, and she told him that she left Vex in the chamber of in the Castle Oblivion. Xemnas wanted to rescue Ventus in order to use him as a vessel again, so he sent 6 of the organization to the castle in search of the Chamber of Sleep. When Sora arrives at the castle, he is confronted by the same man in black from the path. He is told that he needs to go through his memories and find who is truly important to him, giving him cards to enter his memories. Riku, who is out of the realm of darkness, finds himself in the basement of Castle Oblivion. During their journey, Marlexia has a plan to take over the organization by using Naminé to rearrange Sora's memories in his heart, becoming a puppet to overthrow the organization. However, Vexen uses Riku's memories to create a replica of him, using false memories about Naminé to prevent Marlexia's plans to succeed. Marlexia saw this happening and asked Axel to terminate all traitors. By floor 11, Larkson was destroyed, and Riku has terminated Lexus in the basement floors. As soon as Sora got to floor 12, Vexen confronted him. He was about to reveal Marlexia's plan to Sora when Axel came in and terminated him right in front of Sora. He also used the replica to terminate Zexen. By this time, Sora met Naminé, and Larkson told him before he terminated her that Naminé implanted fake memories into him so he would become a puppet for Marlexia. Sora told him that it didn't matter if they were fake. They still felt important. So he got to floor 13 and Axel fought him one last time. Axel brought him to Marlexia and said that Sora was a puppet and he told Sora to attack Marlexia. Marlexia fought and was defeated in the battle, but was only a clone, and the real version of himself was behind a door. Sora traveled through the door and destroyed Marlexia, sealing him in the room of the castle forever. Riku fought through the floors and found out the Seeker of Darkness left a piece of him within Riku when he possessed him earlier in the story. Riku fought him and destroyed him for good in battle. Naminé tells him he has 2 choices. First, that he could keep all of the memories he's gained through the castle, or she could put all of his memory back the way he had it before and forget everything that happened. He chose that he wants all of his original memories back, but in order to have that happen, he has to sleep for a year while she can put back his chain of memories to what they once were. During this time, Saïx tells Roxas that all the members that sent to the Castle Oblivion were terminated. Roxas thinks that Axel, his best friend, was killed and gets upset. Him and Xion end up fighting because she tells him that he's nothing more than a puppet and he has the appearance of Sora, and she needs to be destroyed so he can wake up. Roxas fights her, and after she dies, all the memories that she was made up of return to Sora. Roxas leaves the organization and ends up finding Riku at Memory Skyscraper. After Riku left Castle Oblivion, he followed his way to Dawn and met Diz. Diz, formerly known as Ansem the Wise, was banished to the realm of nothing, or in between, by Xemnas years ago. After being there for a while, he lost all of his memories and called himself Diz. He created a digital version of Twilight Town. He told Riku to capture Roxas. Riku fought Roxas at the skyscraper and lost. But before Sora could escape, Riku opened the darkness in his heart once more, and he became the enemy he swore he would avoid to capture Roxas. He took Roxas back to Diz, but kept his foot up because he was ashamed who would he become. Diz placed Roxas in a data version of Twilight Town, where he placed fake memories in him so he didn't remember anything from Organization 13 to keep him safe from them. Roxas spent 6.5 days in this version of Twilight Town. He met Naminé, who told him that he was part of something different, and that he shouldn't have existed. Roxas found Sora sleeping in the old mansion and reunited with him, making Sora a complete person once again. Sora awakened and reunited with Donald and Goofy. They were about to leave Twilight Town when they encountered the Nobodies, and after fighting a bunch, a hooded king came to the rescue and saved them. Sora followed the king and went to Yinsen's tower. Yinsen told Sora and the gang about Organization 13 and the Nobodies, and how they need to be stopped. They also learned that the Ansem that they defeated long ago was just as Xehanort Heartless. Sora traveled to Hollow Bastion, now recovered from the Heartless, and reunited with some old friends. There he met the remaining living members of Organization 13. Xemnas tells Sora he wished they could be friends, referencing their fight a year ago in the castle. During Sora's travels, he meets the remaining members of Organization 13 and their plan to complete Kingdom Hearts, to make them whole once more. Sora terminates them and by the end confronts Xemnas. Sora is reunited with Riku and Kairi and at the end destroys Xemnas for good. After the battle, they all return to Destiny Islands. King Mickey, Donald, and Goofy return to Disney Castle, and eventually Sora, Riku, and Kairi find a letter written by the king. A little while later, Yensid summons Sora and Riku to his tower to take the Mark of Mastery exam, which entitles them to the rank of Keyblade Master if they pass, so they can take on the final threat of Xehanort. They are separated into worlds that have been previously destroyed by the Heartless that are now restored, although they are now in a deep sleep that disconnects them from the other worlds. During the exam, Sora and Riku encounter the resurrected Xemnas, an handsome Seeker of Darkness, as well as a younger version of Xehanort from his past. Sora and Riku are given the task to awaken the 7 sleeping worlds by opening their respective keyholes. Master Xehanort enlists a younger version of himself from an alternate timeline, who was given the power to travel through time and space to enlist different incarnations of himself, including Xehanort's Heartless and Xemnas, to form the true Organization 13. With all of these versions of himself, he lures Sora to the world that never was, which is now under his control, to use him as the final 13th vessel to complete the new Organization 13. Riku and Mickey arrive at the world that never was and are told the truth, but Riku had to face the young Master Xehanort in battle. After being defeated, young Xehanort finally laments form the elderly, original Xehanort, returning to full power. After returning, he reveals that all that has happened over the past 12 years was all a failsafe to forge the X-Blade, unlock Kingdom Hearts, causing another Keyblade War. He explains to Riku and Mickey that his plans to forge Vanitas and Ventus was just a hastily attempt to forge the X-Blade, and that he overlooked the true way to form the weapon, which was clashing the 13 Hearts of Darkness against the 13 Hearts of Light, defending against the worlds after the clash, and when the two sets of hearts return together, the true X-Blade will return. Xehanort then attempts to make Sora his final vessel, but is stopped by Lee, who volunteered to help Yensid protect the worlds from Xehanort. Xehanort then crudely orders Lee's former best friend, Aiza, to attack him and sends the Heartless and Nobody counterparts to restrain Mickey and Riku. As Riku, Lee, Mickey fight off their opponents, Xehanort's Heartless and Xemnas are defeated with the timely arrival of Donald and Goofy. Unshaken by this minor setback, Xehanort informs all the heroes that clash between the light and the dark is inevitable and bids them all farewell as he looks forward to the start of the battles that will create the X-Blade and escapes. Riku wakes up and is then titled the Keyblade Master for overcoming the darkness and becoming immune and one with the light. He is told by Master Yensid to dive into Sora's heart, where he is met by a shadow version of Ventus protecting him. He defeats it and awakens Sora. After Sora wakes up, they have a celebration that Riku has passed the Mark of Mastery exam. Then Lee materializes his very own Keyblade in front of everyone, surprising everyone in the room. Sora leaves off on his own for unknown reasons, and Yensid tells Riku to fetch Kairi for him, since he has learned she can too wield a Keyblade. In the end, Yensid and Mickey prepare to form a group of 7 Keyblade wielders of light to stop Xehanort and his new army from targeting the Princesses of Heart and forging the Key X-Blade to a second Keyblade War, while fearing that such a war may be inevitable as the 7 Lights and 13 Darknesses may be forced into conflict to resent this exploitation of the princesses. Ooh boy, that was a lot of lines I had to record. I recorded like 60 lines, or like 60 recordings, until I finally got all of them right. I did record all of the stories separately, because I didn't want to just read it in one entire reading, because that would have taken too long. But, yeah, that is basically the entire story of Kingdom Hearts in summary. This was written by Waterblock. I know this was used in another video by another person, but I thought this was the best summary of the Kingdom Hearts story, so I decided to go with it, you know. Yeah. Let's make some predictions on Kingdom Hearts 3 by using the things that we've learned from the story. So, we know that the Xehanort is going to try to get the 7 Lights and 13 Darknesses to clash in order to forge the X-Blade and start another Keyblade War. And we have to stop him, because he was completely oblivious at that point anyways. And so many people are assuming who the 13 Darknesses are, because we don't really know who they are. And I think one of them will probably be some version of Riku from like Kingdom Hearts 2 or something. I can't remember if the Organization 13 version of Riku still exists or something, or he got rid of that. But if he is, I don't know if he'll be Darkness or not, but I don't know. Many people are speculating who it might be. Some people are saying that it's some Organization 13 member or something. Some people are saying it's a past version of someone, I forget. But yeah, here's what I want them to do in Kingdom Hearts 3. I want them to pull a Final Fantasy VI. Because if you don't know, halfway through the game of Final Fantasy VI, the main character, Kefka, the main bad guy of the game, it succeeds in ending the world and destroying basically everything. But well, not really anything, your entire team still like survives. But there's not many people left on the world, and the world's like completely destroyed or something. So, halfway through the game, the bad guy wins. Why don't we have that? But I know it would start all these catastrophic events, and all this stuff would happen. But it would be so awesome if they did that, because it would make the story so much more interesting, and that Sora would be so damaged by this. It would make him like the most badass character at the end, because he'll be so angry and full of rage. He'll just turn into an absolute badass. I want him to see them do that because of that. And Riku will also be a very... what if Riku dies? I would like them to see Riku die, because Sora will just be so mad. And he will just be going there like... or he will be destroying Heartless left and right because he is so pissed off. I want him to do like a Final Fantasy VI, something like that. It's just a story idea that I had. I just wanted to put that in there because I had the idea. It would be kind of cool. But yeah. I've hoped you enjoyed this first episode of Drained Kingdom Hearts. Make sure to write down in the comments below what you think of the story. Do you think it's a very, very good story? Do you think it's one of the best stories you've ever heard? I'm sorry I stuttered a lot in it. I didn't want to do like 100 and something recordings of it, so I just minimized it down because I had so little time because I had to read a book for school and I didn't really have time to do it. But yeah. So yeah. I hope you enjoyed this first episode. Like I said, make sure to write down in the comments below if you like the story. Do you like my summary of it, or do you not like my summary of it? I would like to know. Or do you think it's not a very good story and you don't really like it at all? And also write down some predictions for what you think will happen in Kingdom Hearts 3. Do you think my idea of a Final Fantasy VI thing could happen, but everything would go absolutely wrong? And it would probably be, like, the end of the game or something. They could do, like, maybe if Sora, like, one of your teammates dies and then something happens, it would be like a multiple story branches thing on it. That would be really cool. So you would have to add, like, 20 more hours onto the game. But, yeah. This has been, KH Central. Make sure to write down in the comments below some more discussion topics for me that you want me to talk about, and I may feature your topic in the next video. I may feature your channel in that video as well, so make sure to go do that. Also, make sure to like this video because I will try as hard as I can to get videos out every day. And also, make sure to subscribe to become a Keyblade Builder. My goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers. And also, I also had the idea, I was thinking the other day, is like, hey, in Kingdom Hearts, the YouTube community for Kingdom Hearts, it's very small. The person who has the most only has like 56,000 subscribers, and that's Cyberman65, I think that's his name. And there's also Skyward Wing. He does some other stuff, but his main point is Kingdom Hearts. He used to do Game Grumps animated stuff, but now he's just Kingdom Hearts. And there's Gamer LCD, which he does a lot of Kingdom Hearts stuff, so he's one of the main people. Who else is there? Although there's also Everglow4888. I never forget his name. I forget it. Never remember it's 8884 or 488. But those are the 4 main people who are in the Kingdom Hearts community or who are really big. Why don't I become one of those people? I just thought the idea, I was like, hey, maybe one day, if I get popular enough, if my videos get enough views and stuff, maybe I could become one of those main people. And now my goal is, and now another goal of mine is to become one of those people who are big in the YouTube community of Kingdom Hearts. One of the main places that you go for Kingdom Hearts. Like, as the model states, this is your #1 place for everything Kingdom Hearts Final Fantasy related. So yeah, why don't I do that? That's another goal that I have. This has been KH Central, your #1 place for everything Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy related. And I'll see you guys next time.